Yes. Well, there is a lot of mythology about St. Patrick's Day, but basically speaking, it is Ireland's national day. It's the Saint's Day. Patrick is the national saint. It's a thing we don't have in America because of the separation of church and state, but most European countries still have a national saint. St. George is England, and St. Patrick is Ireland. St. Andrew is Scotland. So St. Patrick's, the mythology begins at the very point there, because everybody thinks of St. Patrick as the Irishman who brought Christianity to Ireland and banished the snakes. Well, of course, there weren't any snakes in Ireland, so you could hardly banish them. And he wasn't actually Irish. The theory is that he was Welsh. There was a theory that he was a slave brought over to Ireland, but the probability is that in his early years he was a slave owner. He dealt in slaves, and they would capture the Irish and take them off to England or to France to sell them. And at some point he got converted to Christianity and decided that he would go back to Ireland. Now, he didn't bring Christianity to Ireland, it was already there. In fact, there's one of the theories is that some of the earliest Christians in Ireland were Coptics from North Africa, and that they had sailed up beyond Spain, and the first landfall that they would have made would have been the west of Ireland. So all those wonderful little beehive huts that we all saw in Star Wars, they were built by Coptic Christians very, very early on. So one of the other theories is that Patrick was actually sent to Ireland to bring the wild Irish Coptic Christians under the rule of St. Benedict and obedience to Rome. But how do we celebrate him? Well, of course, being a Christian saint and the whole thing being deeply holy, we have a holy. There is the Great Patrick's Day Parade, which, by the way, is not an Irish thing. It was invented first in Boston in the late 1800s. The Irish only started having parades, I think, in about early 1900s. But now they have parades, a lot of parades, and it is parade central. And we tend to drink the odd glass of the brown, the black stuff, the Uncle Arthur's wonderful concoction, and a little bit of whiskey as well. This never goes down, and dance and leppen and generally enjoying yourself. It is, after all, St. Patrick's Day. So, being the day that's in it, and assuming that you might have a glass of something in your hand, at some point in the day, let me wish you all a very happy St. Patrick's Day.